Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today I'm going to be doing paper pumpkin alternatives. I really enjoy paper pumpkin because every month it comes to my door and I never know what it's going to be like. And this month, they really outdid themselves because the sentiments alone are what got me. But let me show you what it is, and go ahead and make sure you place a comment, and so I know that you're here so you can be in the drawing. This is just some of the cards because I've used quite a bit out of here, but look at how beautiful that flower is. Hey, Pat. And then I cut up an envelope, which I'll tell you why later, but I used the white because I wanted to be able to show you could use whatever in here. Let's see. Got lots of goodies. Pretty clouds, caterpillars, flowers. The envelopes are beautiful. They have 3 different ones, pink and the blue and green and a really pretty yellow one. And it came with a Melon Mambo spot, but I did not use that. I didn't use that color at all. So you'll see why in a minute. But here is how the card would look, and it folds like this, and then you can open it up. And of course, the back has places for you to write on. I just really had fun with this one, and I hope you like it, even though I didn't use everything. So, hey, Lola. So, card number 1, let me show you first the stamps. I used every single one of them but the caterpillar and this cute little, they look like hearts as the leaves and then a flower on top. It's really cute. But the sentiments is what got me. Oh, it has a butterfly too. So it's just about like when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, but I really like it. So it says, I believe in you. May this new season hold new experiences. I'm so proud of who you've become. Every day is a new day, and beautiful things take time. Now, I love those. Okay, so we're going to start off with card number 1. And I've got a lot of stuff in this one that I used from the kit, but let's put it to the side. Okay. And the base totally went out of left field on this one, but I am using Bermuda Bay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it. And if you want all the measurements and everything, go to my blog. It has the PDFs for you, so you can either print them or just look at them, but it's got a PDF. I have 3 cards today. All right, so I'm going to have this. This will be my base. I'm going to set it aside. And then one of the cards, let me show you. I already took out the moon, but you fold it and look, it has the moon peeking through. Hey, Joy. And then you pop out all the stars or stars in there. I don't know if you can see, but I'm not going to do that because I need it for one of my cards. But for this one, I am going to cut off the back and use it. So we're going to save the other side for another time. All right, I'm just going to turn it around so I make sure I get the right 4 1/4. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for later. And now we have this base, which I am going to go ahead and place on the front of this so that it takes over the whole thing. So let's put some adhesive on it. Oh, I think I'm almost running out of tape. Usually I check before. So the best way for me to put this on is to kind of hold it up against the other card so that hopefully it lines up, and then I can do this. I do have a tiny bit of it showing here. Let's see if I can trim that off. It's a little bit There, can't even tell that I didn't get it quite perfect. Wish everything was that easy, right? All right, another thing was, here is another, another card front. So you would fold it and you would open it up, and it's really pretty, but I only want this square right here, or not square, but rectangle. So I'm going to detach that. Okay. And I am going to bring in a piece. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you made it. At the top, I'm going to flip it over and put it up against one of my grid sheets with a pencil, because I'm not very good at guesstimating. So I'm going to put it up here. So I am good at eyeballing if it's not. I'm not good at this because it's like cutting hair. I would end up having it wrong. So I'm going to go up 2 squares and mark right here, over 2 squares and mark right here. Same on this side, but let's make it lined up. And it probably would have been better to do it on the back side, but too late. I'm gonna have to erase anyway. So I'm just going like that, and then bring in my paper snips and just cut across from line to line. That way that I kind of know it's even. Okay. Then come in with my pencil and erase where I had the lines. You can't even really see them, but all right. Then I'm going to come in with a piece of white that is a little bit above, so I can make this go around. So let's put that on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's get that right on there. Hey, Yvette. I was really hoping you'd come. All right, so then on this, I'm just kind of making my scissors mimic, like I'm holding them so that they look like they're parallel. Is that the right word? Parallel? Yeah. And just cutting that. Okay. Then, because I don't have a hole puncher that that will go through 2 layers, I'm going to bring in my crocodile that I bought through Stampin' Up, by the way, but we don't have it anymore. And I'm going to turn this around and see where the middle is, and then put that through. All right, let's move that. So I'm making a tag, as you can tell. And I got a sneak peek from the new catalog for you because I couldn't resist. I know that anybody that wants to drop by and get a catalog, I think I mailed one to everybody, but if you for some reason don't get it by the time that the new catalog goes live, let me know. All right, so this is, let me see if I got the name right, because I don't want to tell you wrong. Tahitian Tide, that's what I thought. But do you remember that one that we had that was in metallic that you could pull apart and it's like a mesh? It's really cool. Let's see if you can see that. It's hard to see. Plus, I don't think I have the, there we go. And then if you don't like it like that, you just do this and it goes right back. All right, so I'm going to trim some off, and this is going to be my tag topper. So it comes in all of the new in colors, which I've got most of them. I think I bought 3 of them, the ones I thought I would use the most. So I threaded it through, and then I'm going to grab it, I think, and do that. All right. Then what I like to do is just kind of I'm going to cut it down a little bit because I don't want it that long, but I needed it to get it through. Then we're going to just pull it apart to make it a little bit more wispy at the top. I like it like that. I thought of making a pom-pom, but I thought, All right, so then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. And another thing that comes with this kit is a bunch of dimensionals. This is what came in the kit. Hey, Dottie. So I'm going to make this tight. And then I'm going to put one, well, I don't want it on this, where you can see it through the hole, but I want it to catch it a little bit so it'll hold it in place. It's very silky, this ribbon. I hope everyone is doing well. Yvette, I worry about you coming out of surgery, but I know you'll do okay. I just hope your son's allowing you to rest. It's hard when they don't understand quite so much. All right, so I'm taking off the dimensionals and I'm going to put it on here, kind of at an angle, because I think that looks pretty. All right, then what comes in the kit I've shown you is this cute caterpillar, which I love. And I'm going to go ahead and put some Wink of Stella on it. So my husband is outside right now trying. Our bees decided to swarm, even though he just gave them a brand new hive with a brand new queen, but I guess they decided that wasn't good enough, so they started to swarm. So he's out there trying to get them, if he could grab the queen and get them back into their home. I'm hoping he can. He has a mentor that he uses and he's coming over to help. Thank God, because this is our first time having to do this. But it was really cool watching them. And, you know, they're just flying around. Matthew thought it was windy. He thought it was a bunch of stuff in the backyard blowing around. But when he looked closer, it was the bees flying everywhere. So it'll be interesting. Hey, Robin. It'll be really fun once we get some honey. All right, so I am going to put him along this leaf here because I think that he looks so cute. Isn't that cute? I love this guy. All right, then I used my dies. Let's see, where did I put it? Oh, no. I had it. I probably, hold on. We are going to find it. And I stuck it in here. All right, hold on. I have a die that I cut out twice, in fact, because I couldn't find it. Oh, there it is. Found it. These are the beautiful dies, and I love them because they're hexagons, but there's other shapes too. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to stamp I Believe in You, which is great script. I love anything with good script. All right, so we're going to do that in Bermuda Bay because that's what our base is. Isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. Hopefully you can see it. I think I moved my camera up just a tad, so let me get it a little bit closer so you can see, and hopefully it will let you see. All right, so I am going to put a dimensional on the bottom because I don't want the whole thing stuck up. Let me make sure. Okay, bottom. And then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive, and I'm going to have to use liquid glue because that's all I got right now. Okay. Then I'm going to put it on here. Oh, did I take the, yes, I did. I thought I didn't take it off. All right. So there's that. And then because I'm covering up a really pretty flower, I figured I would take one of these and put it on there right here, and then we'll just mimic that one, and I didn't want to cover up the flower. Whoop. Oh, good, it didn't go all the way to the floor. Went flying though. All right. So we have that, and then they have these beautiful, I don't know what they're like, they look like mother of pearl stones, but I don't know I don't know what they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my take your pick tool and get one to put in the middle of this flower. We'll put one in the middle of this flower and one more in this flower. So that's the front. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And the sparkle on the caterpillar. Good, I am glad. How long are you off, Yvette? Because I'm just wondering how long you're going to be home. All right. Then I'm going to stamp in Bermuda Bay because, of course, like I said, I'm trying to keep it in the colors. Okay, so I'm going to do the big butterfly here. And then, of course, if you don't know, if you bring your Wink of Stella in and right after you stamp it, you can go over it and it will smudge the ink just enough to make it look colored. Not a lot, but pretty. You don't want it to be totally white. Wink of Stella is the best. All right. So I'll put that aside for a minute. Then I'm going to do, no, wrong one. I'm so proud of who you've become. Now, of course, I'm thinking of my daughter, Kimmy, because she is graduating in a couple weeks. And I just can't believe she's graduating already. It seems like just yesterday we were moving her in. Well, it seems like yesterday she was on our, on our back in a backpack taking her sister to college. So, yeah, it goes really fast. Can't believe she's already starting college. I mean, getting out of college and moving to Wilmington. I know Lola can't get over that either because she was her preschool teacher. June 1st. I bet you are happy about it, maybe? Are you happy about going back to work? A little scared? All right, so this is going to go on the inside. Where did I put my card? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So card one done. Pretty easy using most everything out of the kit. I just thought it was a really cute kit. It was really hard. Pat and I were talking yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, how hard it is going to be to cut this thing up because it was so pretty just the way it was. But I wanted to make something new, so that's what I did. All right, so let's move on to card number 2. And this is another sneak peek. This is one of the brand new colors. I couldn't resist. So it is, let me get the name right, Orchid Oasis. This is a brand new in color. You know, I've been having a very hard time not playing with the new stuff. So I just had to do something in this. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. Now, this is where I cut up the envelope to get to the white. But for this one, I'm just going to have it be just the white that I usually use. And let me bring in this, because of course I am going to use my blending brush, and I know you guys are so shocked. So I am going to bring in my tape, but I'm going to do something a little different than what I usually do. So I'm going to tear it, but I'm looking for, oh, let's see. Oh, I'm not doing it right. Yeah, this didn't work out very well. Okay, it did well enough. I'm trying to make hills, and I'm going to use my negative part to make hills or mountains, whatever you want to call them. Let's see if I can get this straight to go across. I might have to stand up so I can see. Whoops. Scared my cat. Okay. Good enough. All right. Then I'm going to use the other part just to come up here, because I do not want to get anything up here yet. And, you know, I get a little carried away sometimes. All right. So let's get out. Look at that orchid oasis. Woo! I'm going to use a blending brush. Take a little bit off down here, and then I'm going to go across the top. I want it a little bit darker at the top. I'm going to come back in. And then barely do anything down below, just a little bit. Okay, not taking it off yet. Okay. See what it looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. All right. Then I'm going to come in with some Pacific Point to do the top part. And I kind of like how I have a little bit peeking out. I don't know, you guys go to the Parkway. What is it called? My brain just went, I go there all the time, but I don't know whether you go there, but man, North Carolina is beautiful. I'm just so loving living here. So I'm not going down into the mountains or hills. It is called Orchid Oasis. The other one was Tahitian Tide. That was what the ribbon was. Did you get your, has anybody gotten their catalogs yet? I got mine last week because I always mail myself one to make sure that I know kind of when they're coming. Yay! Blue Ridge, thank you. Isn't it sad sometimes how your brain just shuts off for a second? Or in my case, more than a second? All right, so I'm going to make this a little bit, I want to kind of dry it off a little bit. Then I'm going to come in with that one that I had before, but I'm turning it over so I can use this again and use the front if I want. But I'm going to come in and place this on my sky with some Versamark. I'm going to go over the moon. I'm glad you guys got them. Now, shoot, I think I just did some. Lola, I did not send you one because you never went to buy anything. But if you ever want one, just let me know and I'll mail you out one. Okay, so now I'm going to move this and you can kind of see the moon. I'm going to come in with white embossing powder. Woo! Thank you. I love them too. I just could not resist. I love these colors too, Lola. All right. So So now I'm going to heat set this, and I apologize for the noise, but let's get this done. I sent you one, Yvette, so keep an eye out. It's like, this is like magic. Isn't that cool? All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put on this again, just to cover up the bottom. And because we tore it like in two, this way it will make it to where the other side we just used as the sponging. This side we're going to use just because I don't want to get white on it. Okay, so I am going to put down a piece of paper towel only because I don't want it getting everywhere. I don't want speckles of white everywhere. All right, so I'm going to bring in hold on, trying to get something. A block. All that for the block. Okay. And white craft ink, which I've been using a lot of lately. See if I can find where I put it. Come on. Oh, there it is. Ah, found it. And I'm going to... Now, Yvette, if you don't get it, let me know and I will send you out another one. Or I'll bring it by. Okay, so you, oops, that's Wink of Stella. That's not what I wanted. You want a water painter, and you're going to go ahead and squirt out some water, get it wet, and then squirt a tiny bit onto your white to make this have a lot of paint on it. And then you're just going to take a finger here and then just kind of tap your, I don't want to get it too wet, but I want to get white on there. I want it to look like the night is falling, I guess, because we have a big old moon up there with not too dark of a sky. But you know, sometimes the moon is out even when it's not dark. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to try not to touch the white. And even though I had that, I still have splatters of white on here. You see that? So yeah, don't know that this is going to make a difference. Okay, so then I'm going to do, let's see, beautiful things take time at the bottom. And I'm doing it in Memento because it's nice and dark. And hopefully I got it straight. I did. Okay. So that's going to go onto our front. I'm going to let it dry a little bit more before I do that and work on the inside. Okay, I had, here we go. All right. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to do, may this new season hold wonderful new experiences. So another cool thing about my daughter graduating is my other daughter and my grandson are coming out for the graduation. Woohoo! We got a cabin up near the Blue Ridge Parkway and her college, and I think that it should be a lot of fun to have us all get together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and Oh, let me clean this. I was going to stamp it, but I think I still have the other color on there. All right, where did I put my cleaner? All right, that one. So I'm going to do this. Okay, and then because I bought them, I have the new blenders that are in the same color. Yes. So I am just going to use a little tiny bit, because this is already a dark color, of the dark on the body and a little bit around the edges of the wings. Yeah, that looks good. And then bring in the light to do the rest. This just makes it blend in with the card because everything coordinates. Then, of course, we do have to put some Wink of Stella just to give it that bling. And because the butterfly looks like he's just sitting there, I'm going to give him a little trail. He's just going to be flying. No flowers in sight. He's just flying. All right, so see how cute that is? Love it. All right, so let's do that on the inside of the card. And hopefully the front will be dry enough. But see how that blue, or it's purplish blue, really sets this butterfly off because it's got the same color in the face. This one doesn't have a ton of like stuff. Okay, this looks pretty dry, so we're going to go ahead and put it on our speckled front. Now, if you decided to do the paper pumpkin, anything that I would create, I would cut for you and mail it to you if you can't come to the house, or I would have you come to the house and we'd do it together with your kit and my kit. Oops. Okay, so what do you think? Isn't that pretty? So that wasn't a lot. I'll show you the first one because I might have gotten this guy a little, no, not the same, but depending on how you tear is how it goes. Then if you want, you can always go with your Wink of Stella and just do a couple dots where the stars are that you put in. So they sparkle because, you know, you need sparkle in your stars. All right, so there's that one. I love doing trails. I think they're just so much fun. All right, so this next one I got from Rachel Tessman, and even on my blog, I gave her all the kudos because this is awesome, and I just had to do it. Have you guys ever seen? Hold on, I have one thing in my envelope that doesn't want to come out. It's all the way in the corner. It does not want to come out. It's a star. I die cut some stars and it doesn't want to come out. Okay. So this is really cool. So we have the black, which is, 4¼ by 11. And like I said before, you can go to my blog and get the PDFs for free, regardless if you buy from me or not. I like to give stuff away. All right. So this is the front. Then you're going to come in with this piece like we had before, but this time we are going to take off the moon. We're going to get out all the stars. Make sure you save them. I'm going to try to put them here in a corner so I don't lose them. So all these pop out. So when you close the card, you have white and then yellow where the moon is. It's so pretty. This was a hard one to do, but after I saw Rachel's video, I was like, oh no, I can cut it up now because it's going to be even prettier. All right, getting it all out. I think I got it all. And then you can always look on the back because you can see it a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to bring in my cutter and cut that off. Just the front like we did before. Okay, and then we're going to score. That's the word. Okay, so we're going to place it in and go at 1/4 inch. It's not much. And make sure you have your score right there, not your cutter, because this is too pretty to mess up. So it is easier to kind of do it on this side for the 1/4 inch. Okay, then I'm going to flip it and take it to 1 3/4 right there. And then we're going to do 1/4 inch on this side too. So we'll just put it there. All right. So you're going to have this fold this way, and this is going to go up, and this is going to go up. Thanks, Yvette. I miss you guys. I wish that I could see you all the time. This COVID thing sucks. That was very adamant, wasn't it? Okay, so now we have it like that. So you're going to bring in your black, and I'm going to bring in this just so I can have a measurement. And let's see, I'm going to go this way because this is how it's measured. I want to do it at 1 3/4. Nope, this right here. 1 3/4. Make sure that's right because I don't know that it starts right at 1. Where is my? I have my ruler. See, if I say it out loud, maybe it'll show up, which it did. All right, so 1, I'm just making sure. 1, no. Okay, so it's a good thing I checked. So we're going to take that away. I'll just do it here. So we're going to do 1 3/4. And we're going to take this piece right here, and I'm going to put some liquid glue right on it, just on the flap. And I'm going to try to just do it in the middle, so if it squishes out, it doesn't come all the way out. So it doesn't want to come out. I'm getting low on this too. Okay. So 1 3/4 right here. And hopefully this is straight. Okay. Just want to make sure I got that right. Then you're going to lay this out flat and put a bead of, well, you're not going to lay it out flat. You're going to close it, but it's still going to be flat. Oh, come on. There we go. Then you're going to put another bead of glue, and then you're going to close this. So this is up. So you just want to close this and do that. I just want to make sure it's really good. All right, so let's close that. So then when you open it, you have this little box, which I thought, oh, how cool is that? All right, so then we're going to bring in that same ribbon we did before. And on my blog is the measurements for this, but I am not, I think it's 14 inches, but I am not sure. I'm just going to measure out what I need for a knot with some leeway for my hands getting in the way. All right, so we're gonna just tie a knot right here. Is that right? Make sure. Yes. All right. And there we go. Oh, it's all twisted. Hold on. Let's try this again and not have it all twisted. Doesn't really matter, but I guess I'm a perfectionist in some things. I hear them out there doing the bees. So anybody that knows me, once we start rolling in honey, I will be more than happy to share. I'm really excited about that. From what I've heard, once they really start giving you honey, then it's you got so much. Okay, so I'm going to decorate the front, and I'm going to use the white just like she did on the front because it looks really good against this. So put a little bit of glue. I could use glue dots, but I think this will work. And have it be a little bit of a crescent here. Then we're going to do little dots, and we're going to bring in all these little, not all of them, but a lot of these little stars that we saved. So I'm going to try to do teeny tiny dots. We'll see how well that works out. So far, not too bad. Okay, bring in my, take your pick tool and put some on there. And I want a couple whites, but mostly I want the darks because I think that whoop. This is sticky, so got to be careful. You can always come back in with your rubber remover thing to get rid of anything that might seep out. Okay, and let's do another white one. Now I know I have a couple that have little spots. No worries, we're going to come in with something else for that. All right, then we have the cloud that we popped out. See how we have the clouds here? Love these things. So I'm going to put that popped up over the moon because isn't that always what you see? And I'm just going to do one big, well, maybe I can get two on there. Yep. I know, Linda, I'm always running out of adhesive. That's the bad part. But, you know, that's why I love it so much. Okay. Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to set that aside for a second with a tag that is just 3/4 of an inch. And let's see. I'm going to do every day is a new day. And I am going to use the new Orchid Oasis because I think it's so pretty. And I'm going to do it hopefully straight. Oh, isn't that pretty? Gosh, I really like this color. All right. You told me that, Linda, that he was a beekeeper. So, yeah, I know he's got his hands full right now, but my husband does have his mentor here, so hopefully he can help him. So I am going to cut this off and then tag it. Go up a little bit in the middle and then come in on the sides. Then I'm going to come in with my bone folder, and I'm just going to make this be a little bit more manipulative for me. And I'm going to go both ways because I really want to break the fiber so it'll listen to me. Okay, so we want it to be right there, and we want this one to go up. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my glue dots. I haven't moved, but they seem to have. All right. Oh, here they are. And I'm going to put them along this edge on the back side. Now, I did change a couple things from what Rachel did, but not much. She gets all the credit for this one. And I put that down on my blog too, because, man, some people just are so talented that they come up with these ideas, and then we just copy them. All right, so I'm going to put 2 minis, and then 2 more minis on top of that, because I want it to be tall. Okay, then I'm going to come in again with my glue dots and put a couple right here. And bring my card in. All right, so hopefully this is going to look good. So we have that. Oh, I got it off just a little. Okay, that's good. But if you look at the side, I'm not sure if you can tell, it is like a little wave. Love that. I just think that is so pretty. All right, so then I'm going to come in with these beautiful things and put them along this edge. Now, Pat hasn't seen my cards, so hopefully she likes them. A lot of times I do it with her, but this time we kind of went on our own. Well, usually we do on this. All right, so I'm coming in with the iridescent rhinestones because to me they bring up any color that you put them on. So I'm going to cover up a couple of my glue dot things, except for one doesn't. So this is where these erasers come in awesome. All right, so I got one there. Put one over here, and then one maybe up here. So it gives it that sparkle. So when you're looking at it, it's got this really pretty sparkle. All right, so now we're going to do the inside. Isn't that pretty? All right, so remember last week how I shared with you the glimmer paper that's in the new in colors and how beautiful that is? So I went ahead and cut 2 of the ones with the blue, which is, I'm thinking is Tahitian Tide, and that's going to go behind here. Whoops, this way. Maybe? Nope, this way. And I cut them just a little tiny bit smaller. Now, Rachel did them so they came all the way to the edge, but I really do like having a black border. So I'm going to go ahead. It's not a big black border. It's like a 1/16 of an inch, but I like to have it show. All right, so we're going to lay this in here and put it as close to this side as we can, because we need it to be able to open and close easily. Okay. Then we're going to do this one. And this is the one that goes on the other side. And all the, like I said, all the dimensions are on my blog. All right, so I should have done it the other way, but I didn't. We're gonna have this go in this side with another little bit of okay. So when you close it, look at how pretty that is. Love it. Okay, then I wanted to add more. Surprise! I had to order or do more, and I think they fell. So I die cut some stars. Uh-oh. And shoot. I did a couple of them. And you know how I had trouble getting them out of my envelope? Here they are. Phew! I die cut them from the Give It a Whirl. They have everything in that die set. I love it. So I'm going to use this big one here, but look at how it's got stitching on it. Love it. So you're going to put a glue dot, and then I'm going to do two because like Rachel, I want it to really pop. And we're going to put it right here at the shooting star. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to add a couple over here. And then I'll put a couple of these ones that I had left over. All right, so I just want to fill this in just a tiny bit. Whoop. And hopefully these won't stick out. These stars are gorgeous. I think I forgot to put the silver in as a thing for us to get, but look at how pretty that is. All right, so let's get, where did those others start? Oh, they're right here. Let's put a couple. I want another white one out. So let's turn them over. We'll do a couple white just to have them. Let's do a white over here. That's a lot of stars. Okay. Whoops. Then we have a piece of white. Where did I stick that? Hold on. It's right here. That's going to go right here. Nope, it goes this way. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that. And again, because I love this so much, I'm going to say, I am so proud of who you've become in the new color. Let's see, where did I stick it? I have Tahitian Tide, and I also have, oh, right here, the Orchid Oasis. I think on my other one I used Tahitian Tide. So one of you might get one with Tahitian Tide. Either way, they're beautiful. I agree, Joy. I have all the paper. I don't have all the ribbon, but I have the inks and the paper, and I'm very happy with the new in colors. All right. So this could have probably been a little bit bigger, but it's fine. Then, because I didn't think that that was enough, I thought, how pretty would it be to put a tea light in here? Which, if you go look on my blog, I mean, I don't know, you can't even see, but on my blog is a picture of this in the dark with it on, but it fits perfectly over a tea light and it just works perfect. So that was my own thing, which wasn't big, but isn't that cute? I love this card. All right, so let me show you them all. That does not go with it. And then you guys can pick which ones you want for those that win. So I have two of each. Go this way. There we go. Get rid of that. So Pat, what do you think? You ready to do a drawing and see who can win today? Thank you guys for all being here. And if you can never like be on, you can always text me and say you're going to be on and you can't, like, or text Pat that you can't put messages on, like leave notes so that you could be in the drawing too, because you should get credit even if you are not able to text or to leave a message. But if you're watching live, you should be able to get it. Dottie, Lola, and Yvette. Yay! All right, so which ones want which ones? You all have my phone number, so you can text me. I will not be sending you the tea light, though. So sorry. But I'm sure you can get a tea light. Easy peasy. And see, what's nice is this still lays down flat and folds up for the envelopes. So you guys will have to see what you like. All right, so Dottie, Lola, and Yvette, get back to me and tell me which ones you want, and I will mail them out tomorrow. So Dottie, you want the New Day, this one. Okay, you were fast, so you get it first. So I have one of these left. Whoever says it next can get it. But just let me know, and I hope you guys come back next month or next week. I will be taking off. I think in a couple weeks when I go off to Kimmy's graduation. So, you like this one, Lola? Okay, good. Okay, so we got it down. I got all three of you, Lola or Yvette. Let me know what she wanted to. So, I'm going to be here next week, so don't worry about it. And I will see you hopefully next week when you guys come. All right, thank you. Bye.